Hi Gemini, this is Amy with Wisdom and Fate Tarot, and I am here today to do your general reading for mid-October 2017 to mid-November 2017. And your reading is really not all that different. Sorry about that, I have a kitty on the table, it keeps moving my computer. But your reading is not all that different from the other signs. I think during this time period, people are trying to change. They are trying to change for the better. They are trying to become better people, which is awesome, right? It's always good when we want to become better, better than our former selves. So, okay, you're a Gemini. You like to have fun. Got it. But sometimes you're not realistic about that. Sometimes, partying constantly and having fun is not what life is all about. The reality of life is that we have lessons to learn, and life isn't always a party. It can be a party at times, but there's other things, other serious matters that need to be taken care of before we can have a little fun. So it's about getting down to reality and realizing what really is important and what changes do I have to make. Okay, first card that I have for you guys is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a great card because it is about work. It is about putting forth effort in your job. It's about working hard. It's about taking your job seriously. And that is good. However, I think for some of you, when people are asking you what you're doing, why you're not hanging out with them, blah, 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 your excuse is about work. You use work as an excuse oftentimes instead of just telling them the truth. Maybe you just don't feel like hanging out. Maybe you're tired because you work so hard. But you use work as an excuse. So just keep that in mind. The next card is the Knight of Swords. This is your energy because it is air energy. The problem with this Knight of Swords is the Knight of Swords charges into people's lives, but as fast as they come in, they go right back out. They don't stay put. This Knight doesn't have the staying power. And maybe it's because you're off to the next party. You're off to the next fun event. You don't have time to hang around for a long period of time. It's time to go. You guys are scattered. I'm picking up on scattered, and you need to be less scattered during this time. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is about stability. It's about making up your mind. And it's about stability because this card shows a family, a stable, happy family. And I think this card shows up for you because it is time for you to focus on the long term. It is time for you to look out into the future and figure out how you can get the stability in your life. And for some of you, it's really about getting serious about life and not just partying all the time and having fun. The next card is the Star card. It's a little bit concerning to me because it is reversed. When it is upright, it's about being optimistic and hopeful for the future. When it's reversed, it is about being discouraged, being confused, not knowing what you want. And that's a problem. You need to turn this upright. You need to figure it out. What do you want in your life? What is most important to you? What is a stable family going to feel like for you? And for some of you, you might have a family. You might already be married with children, but maybe you're not as dedicated to your family as you should be. And I'm not here to tell you what you should do, but these cards are suggesting that you work on that you get the stability in your life, that you get the happy family life, the stable, secure life. It's urging you to do that. The next card is the Ace of Swords. It's also troublesome because it is reversed. And swords cards tend to be about communication. When it's upright, it can be about new communication or having effective communication. When it's reversed, it's the opposite. So I think you are not effectively communicating with certain people in your life. And this needs to be turned upright. So you will know how that pertains to you and your particular situation. Some of you, I think you want to have a conversation with someone, but you just haven't had it. I don't know why, and maybe you use work as an excuse or something else, because you're all over the place. You're scattered. You have scattered energy, and you need to bring that down a notch. You need to get stability into your life, because you're not going to be happy just, partying and trying to forget everything that's important and putting it off. You need to get realistic. It is time to figure out what is going to make you happy. What does that stability look like for you? For some people, that family life is not an option. They don't want to get married for some reason. They don't want to have kids. But maybe you need a steady relationship. Maybe, you just need to be less scattered. The next card is a great card for you because it's the Seven of Wands. And this is about taking a stand in your life, figuring out what it is you want. It's also about long-term success. How do you get long-term success? And it's about figuring that out. What areas do you want to be successful in your life? And it's about getting really honest with yourself. What changes do you need to make for your happiness, for your security, to feel stable? Because I don't think you feel stable. I think that you feel like you don't know what direction you're going in. And that's why you continue to drink, to party, to try to have fun, to forget. So you don't have to face it. You don't have to deal with it. And for some of you, there is an important conversation you need to have with someone. Maybe you need to end a chapter in your life, or maybe you need to start a new chapter in your life. But you will never start that chapter until you have that conversation, as uncomfortable as it might be. And also, I'm getting the feeling that some of you can be abrupt with your communication, maybe not as sensitive as you should be. And maybe other people are not sensitive with you. That's why you're not sensitive with people. But you need to realize that sometimes when you have those conversations, that you need to really listen. Listen to the other person. Be more sensitive. Try to see their viewpoint. Try to understand them, and don't blow up. Or don't end the conversation really quick because it's getting uncomfortable. You need to have clear communication. You need to. You really need to. Because I don't think you're going to get peace and stability in your life until you do. Something is unsettling to you. Something ended and you didn't, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you didn't want it to end the way that it ended. Maybe it's your fault it ended that way. I don't know. It wasn't handled correctly. I know that. And you can change that. The next card is the Seven of Swords. And it's come up a lot in these readings. And I hate this card because it's about lying. It's about cheating. It's about deceit. And in another reading I did for another sign, it was them being that liar, that cheater, that deceitful person. So that could be the case for you right now. You could have been this person that was lying, that was making up excuses. Oh, I have to work. I'm too tired. Blah, 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 blah. I have this going on. I have that going on. I can't follow through on what I said I was going to do because of X, Y, and Z. And you were lying. You were the person being deceitful. And maybe there were other people, because a lot of times when you're deceitful and you lie, other people are going to do that to you. It's a dose of your own medicine. So you have to realize what comes around goes around. Don't be this person. Be better than that. You don't need to be the liar and the cheater, the deceitful person. You really don't. You can be better than this. I know you can. And the last card is a positive card. Thank God. It's a positive card. It is the Sun card. It always reminds me of the sun will come out tomorrow. But this card, a lot of times, is about action. It's about taking action steps so that you can change your life. It's about being open to new possibilities like a child. It's about being pure, being honest with other people. That's what the white horse is representing. Because you don't want to be that liar. You don't want to be that cheater, that deceitful person doing the wrong thing. You don't need to be that person. You are better than that, Gemini. You really, really are. I know you might feel discouraged right now. You might feel confused. But you need to take action steps. And that's what this card is saying. You need to have clear communication with other people. And you need to make sure that you don't jump to conclusions or you cut them off because you just don't, you're feeling uncomfortable. You don't want to finish the conversation. It's time for you to be responsible. And it's time for you to not end the conversation until you've had the entire conversation. But it's also saying be sensitive at the same time. Be kind with others. Listen to others. And be open with others. Don't sugarcoat. Don't lie. But be sensitive. Don't hurt people's feelings either. Okay, so that is what I have for you right now. I know it's not the most positive reading, but I have faith in you. I think that you can do this. You can change. And I'm hoping next month the Star card shows in the upright that you are optimistic and hopeful for a good future. Because you set yourself up for that. Because you had communicated with people you needed to communicate with. You had done the work. You can close chapters, start new chapters, whatever it is you need to do, you can do it, Gemini. And I want to make sure you're clearly communicating with others and not getting mad, not getting upset, not cutting people off, but having clear communication. Open communication. Because I know you can do this. There's better things for you. And it is good that you are a sign that likes to have fun. But sometimes life isn't all fun. That's just the reality of life. It's not all fun. There's some shitty parts of life, and we have to face that. It is what it is. And the good thing is you're probably working hard. That is a good thing in this reading. But you need to start thinking long term. Like for a lot of you, I'm thinking relationships. Like who do you want to be with? Like who do you want a stable relationship with? Like maybe instead of going in and out of people's lives, it's time for you to stop the bullshit. It's time for you to find the people that are serving you, that are making you happy, the people that are good for you, so that you can think more long term with these people. It doesn't mean that you have to marry every single person that you have a stable relationship with, or it's going to end that way. It's not what it has to be. But you need to really narrow down your options for some of you. Some of you, you just like go in and out of people's lives, you flip-flop, you're back and forth, and you have a lot of options, and it's not good. It's not good. That's why you're confused. That's why you haven't looked for that. Like, I think you want the stable relationship, but you haven't really put in the work to get the stable relationship just yet, because you've been busy distracting yourself, busy partying and having fun, which is the Gemini way, right? But it's time to think about other things. So if any of you guys have questions for me, I will leave my email in the description box below the video. I'd be happy to answer those questions and to help you out any way I could. And if this did not resonate with you, please watch your moon sign and your rising sign videos. Some months they'll make more sense. And if you just didn't like it at all, just, watch some different videos and they might make more sense. They may pertain to you specifically that month. But have a good time period, and thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.